Hello friends, welcome to our channel Rides and Routes. So today we are heading towards Mahabaleshwar on a lovely weekend ride basically. So we are starting from Varje and we expect to reach Mahabaleshwar in 3 hours of time. Even though the morning is very pleasant, but we can see that the roads are pretty busy actually. Where everybody is trying to head towards weekend destinations along this route. So the view is very pleasant. Uh, it's little cold with a light fog here and there you can see. So this is our ride. We are riding in KTM200, and you can see the buses and all other public transport creating some congestion in the roads. So the road patches are pretty good, more or less. However, there are some bad patches every now and then it comes. So here we have reached our first toll plaza, uh, which is just before entering the Katraj tunnel. For the bikes, the tolls in India is actually not there, so you can skip the queue in the tolls. You get the side lane which you can take. Even though we have this automatic scanner for toll collection, but still you can see there are a lot of jams these days, and just beside the toll plazas the buses actually stop, so that also create additional congestion. Yeah, crossing the toll we can see the views are very good. Far off we can see the mountains gradually coming closer, and soon we'll be crossing the Katraj tunnel. So you can see we are actually heading up the mountains in the Ghat section. Yeah, this is one of the backwaters basically from the dam of the Karakwasla. So the trucks in India is very peculiar. So as per the law, they should be riding on the left side, but everywhere we see them riding on the right side. So that creates a challenge in overtaking. You have to be really careful while doing so, especially on two-wheelers. Yeah, overall this highway is well maintained, but sometimes you may get some potholes here and there. So while following big vehicles, you have to be a little careful that you don't hit any deep potholes. So, and also you cannot, or you should not rather overspeed in this road, even though you see them very open in some patches. You have to be careful in that front. Yeah, so you can see the traffic is pretty heavy in some areas. I think we are gradually approaching the toll. We are gradually approaching the tunnel, that is the Katraj tunnel. So some congestions are expected over here. So in Pune, people, specifically the two-wheeler riders, they are very reckless. Most of them don't wear any basic protection, helmets or jackets, nothing. So that sometimes create very dangerous mishaps, fatalities. So those are very very bad, I will say the riding culture is not very good, especially the scooty riders. Yeah, so we can see gradually entering this Katras tunnel, which is around 800 meters long, and yeah, these tunnels are very well lit from inside. You can see it's basically a three lanes. It's one for the upside and one for the downside traffic. It's a separate tunnel actually. Sometimes they will get these jams inside this tunnel. That is mostly due to construction work or some breakdown of vehicles that create these issues. But apart from that, it's very well ventilated. You don't feel suffocated. But be careful in maintaining proper distances or gaps between the vehicles, so it doesn't create any mishaps. Yeah, so we are gradually exiting the tunnel. Yeah, the view is again very pleasant outside. It's a beautiful sunny day, I will say. The temperatures are now gradually rising, so the morning chilliness is not there anymore. So we have to ride through this some little bit further section of the highway before we are heading towards the way which is on the right side. We have to take a small detour on the right side. So this highway is basically the main connecting route between Mumbai and Bangalore. So we see lots of buses and trucks, heavy vehicles movement along this route. We have kept this map switched on in the mobile holder of my bike, so it helps basically if you miss any of the intersections. It then again creates a trouble. You have to take U-turn after going past a long distance, so it's always helpful. Yeah, the roads are getting more congested as we are progressing ahead, you can see. So besides the highway, there are a lot of service lanes which hosts plenty of like dabas. There are a lot of petrol pumps, restrooms. So that adds a lot of convenience to the travelers. Now as we are progressing ahead, you can see the landscape has opened up, giving us a nice wide view of the plains, the mountains which are there. You can see it's a very nice scenic view if you travel along this route. So typically this type of 6-lane highway in India has some speed limit of around 100 kilometers per hour. So we should always try to stay within these limits, because there are a lot of security cameras which are hosted here and there, and it may capture your number plate and you can get challans because of that. Or rather, why I will say challan, I mean the speed limit should be followed as a safety measure. I mean people should obey this type of rules. This is for our benefit only, that there are these orders and rules that is kept. So it helps everyone if people follows them and act properly. Area now, yeah, finally we have come across this small dhaba actually, which we have sort of taken few minutes break for washrooms and some chai. So it's a nice place. I will say it's beside the main highway, just before taking a detour towards the way and Mahabaleshwar state highway. So this is that place. Yeah, so actually I am very fond of black tea, but nowhere we find this everywhere. It's basically the milk tea or the coffee, and also the sugar content is pretty high, but you can't complain actually. So So whatever options you have,
हम लोग अभी कहाँ है?
you have to take that.
हम लोग अभी कहाँ है?
हम लोग अभी वाई से थोड़ा पहले है।
कहाँ?
Yeah, the excitement was real, and yeah, after completing the chai break, we are now resuming our travel, and soon we'll leave this highway and take a right turn towards the way Mahabaleshwar state highway, I will say. So you have to be careful you don't miss that area where you take that detour. Yeah, we finally entered that state highway. So it's a uh, two-lane highway basically. So in the way we will be passing through the towns of V and Panchgani before arriving at Mahabaleshwar. Even though we can see the roads are two-lane narrow roads, but it's well maintained. It's pretty well maintained. So that is a very helpful for travelers. Yeah, so while passing ahead, we just spotted this massive Chevy Silverado pickup truck. So that reminds me of my past time in General Motors, where I worked in the R&D of engines, designing for this application of this type of trucks. In India, we don't see these much, but in the US and European countries, these are some of the main means of transport, I will say. So you're passing over small sort of streams, mountain streams. So even though the roads are good, there are a lot of blind turns, and also it's not access controlled unlike the highways. It passes by through the villages, small villages where people tend to cross randomly. So we need to be very attentive while riding or driving, so that don't create some sudden accidents or something like that. So there are the sugarcane plantation, and also other small indigenous crops over these areas that are cultivated. As we are now heading towards the up the mountains, we have started our ascent, and we will started seeing lot of strawberry farms, small farms, and locals actually selling this fruit beside the roads. But I would prefer you visiting the Mahabaleshwar during the winter, and do take a stroll to the strawberry farms for which Mahabaleshwar is famous. So you get the opportunity to hand pick this fruit, which is a great experience in itself, I would say. You can actually pick and then pack and come back with that. So apart from that, during the along the way, you see a lot of other areas for adventure sports, or maybe there's a chocolate factory also. We have not captured it in this footage, but it's a nice place to visit. So it falls, I think, around the Panchgani area. Yeah, the Mapro is another sort of supermarket you can visit, which hosts a lot of strawberry products and other stuff. Now, as gradually we are heading towards the Mahabaleshwar town, the roads are becoming more and more congested. The traffic is it's little crowded specifically during the weekends, or if you come during any specific time like the Christmas or the New Year. I think we have almost reached the Mahabaleshwar town. We are now heading towards the hotel, which we have booked very close to the main market area. Yeah, finally we have arrived at the spot. So it's a small hotel which it's parking outside, but it has got a good view of the backdrop of the mountains. So the security is good, it's not a problem. Thanks all for watching this part, and we will be having another part shortly, showing you around the city and the places to explore. So until next time, signing off from Rides and Routes. Thank you.